Hedera Hashgraph HBAR, working with major music producer Frank Nitty, and Frank has worked with people like Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. They are teaming up together to revolutionize the music industry, the streaming service as we know it, and also how artists are going to get paid going forward. So stick around to find out as we dive into Hedera Hashgraph HBAR, revolutionizing the music industry. Before we dive in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below. And you let me know, who is your favorite artist or what is your favorite genre? For me, I'm a huge music lover. I truly enjoy just about every genre. If you have passion, you have a meaning behind your music, I want to hear about it. I enjoy it. I do not discriminate against any kind of music class. I am very passionate about that. And this is another reason why I want to bring this information to you, trying to merge my two worlds together. So let's dive on in. I'll shut up and we'll continue reading about the story here. So right over here, you'll see from Altcoin Buzz, Eminem and Dr. Dre producer teases Hedera project. Recently, Nitty dropped a major hint about a multi-million-dollar project coming to the Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem. This project will be tied to its token HBAR. Now let me step back and say this did come out back in April of 2025. It is not brand new news, but I do feel like it has not got a lot of traction, or maybe people in the investing crypto side hasn't really dove into what these projects can really do outside of transferring money around in messaging systems. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture, as we did in my last video when we discussed how Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is working with things like NASA to change drones, AI, their space tech like satellites, rockets, etc. So when you look at Hedera HBAR, you want to see the bigger picture. So let's keep on going. It says this news from Hedera is sending ripples through both the music and blockchain community. Nitty bridges music, tech, and blockchain with HBAR project is the title. Frank Nitty has worked with some of the biggest names in hip hop, but now he's taken his talents to the Web3 space. This can potentially change the way creators and their communities interact with digital assets. This is absolutely going to change the way the creators interact with digital assets, because they're going to be using things like NFTs to get paid and to get their music switched around. Also smart contracts. So let's keep on going to find out more. Don't go anywhere. This project, while still under wraps, is expected to combine the power of music with the benefits of blockchain, particularly Hedera's fast and secure network with HBAR's low fees and scalability is becoming an increasingly attractive choice for projects in the decentralized space. For Nitty, the collaboration with HBAR offers the perfect platform to launch a project that promises to shake up the industry. And he has already done so by now. Again, this was an older story, so let's check out his website here. It is .hiphop. So this website, long story short, there's a lot to cover, but he has the ability now to give creators and music artists their own domain to their website, to their brand. He's now branding these artists as individual brands, as labels, as record labels used to do. So you probably have noticed, let's step back. You probably have noticed that in the music industry, especially with things like Apple Music and Spotify, it has been really hard for artists to get paid. And when they get paid, I know of artists that are huge artists that get 5-cent royalty checks because of Spotify, right? So what they're doing is taking back the power from these major labels and streaming services, and they're bringing that power back to the artists. Think about how massive that is, because when you think of, look at YouTube, right? YouTube is so saturated with content creators. So is the music industry. Music industry is super saturated and hard to get a breakthrough, especially when your record label is taking all the money from you and they put it on a streaming service. You're not getting paid very much. That's why you see these artists, they have to go tour, because when they tour and get in people's backyards, they sell merch, they get engagement. That's what they have to grind so hard to get paid. It's not from their music. They get paid from their merch and their brand. That's how they really get paid, right? But Frank Nitty here is actually going to be changing that. You'll see right here in his mission to empower the hip hop community through brandable online presence that enables them to receive the rewards provided by the technology and identify that .hiphop domain delivers. So yes, this is just hip hop right now, but think about all the other music out there, all the other genres. Once they catch on to this, you know they're going to adopt it, especially the artists when they see, hey, you're getting paid in real-time services through Hedera Hashgraph, because now you are enabling micropayments. So now anytime a song is streamed, you listen to one of their songs, they're getting paid instantly through a micropayment. Yeah, it might be fractions of a penny or it might be some cents, wherever it may be, but they're constantly getting paid directly and not waiting for a royalty check from the record label that could take months to get to them. And typically they get screwed over, especially if you're a new artist. You get screwed over pretty quick by these record labels. They withhold your royalty checks. You have to fight and sue and get your money back. But the way that Frank is doing it here is going directly to you via Web3, via HBAR, directly to you through smart contracts and NFTs. So I want you to really digest that and understand how massive that is. It's so new right now that it's kind of a crazy concept, but you fast forward 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to see a much different music industry than you see right now. Just as if you rewind 10 years ago, back when the record labels were really the ones over the music industry. Now you're seeing things like Spotify come out where they're taking all that money from these artists and these labels. And now Spotify and Apple Music are the ones really dominating in the scene, right? And also you're seeing more and more artists going independent away from labels. So you're seeing the record label die and the independent artists rise. That's why you want to see this like Hip Hop. They are bringing that professional side to the individual side through Web3, being decentralized. And that's exactly what Web3 technology is here to do. That's exactly what DLTs are here to do. So I want you to see the bigger picture. I hope you do. And if you do, let me know down below if that just blew your mind, if you were unaware of major producers like this working with Hedera HBAR. So let's go on. Like I said, if you don't know Frank Nitty, if you're not really into hip hop, totally fine, no worries, but check it out. So right here from his LinkedIn page, you'll see 5 months ago, it says, it finally happened. NDA signed. He's talking about with Hedera. $6 million budget approved. Time to build the ultimate one-stop shop, Web3, direct-to-consumer, Unity, hip-hop blockchain ecosystem that I've been aligning this whole time. Shout out to Lionsgate Epic Games and Hedera. Web3, buckle up. He is here to change and revolutionize the game, especially when it comes to the music industry. There is a lot of shady things that happen in that industry, just like as you do in the entertainment industry as a whole. They're getting tired of it. They're taking the power back and they're giving it back to the artist as it was originally created. So this is massive. I personally love to see this myself. I'm happy for the artists that are actually going to get paid out. It's just a sad scene out there currently, but this is awesome to see. So if you don't know about Frank and why this is a big deal and how connected he is, let's dive into his background a little bit. It says he has worked and assisted with some of the most iconic names in the game, including Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, Nipsey Hussle, Fat Joe, E40, Corrupt, Mac 10, Too Short, Big Pun, Mobb Deep, Digital Underground, right? I mean, if you're back from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about, the Digital Underground, right? Spice One, Crooked Eye, and the list keeps going. The Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm not going to keep on going with the rest of them. He also worked with, like I said, Dr. Dre, Eminem. I've mentioned Snoop Dogg. So he is well connected, well respected. It's not just some dude out there that's working with Hedera trying to push this. This is a major player in the mainstream music, taking over the reins, changing it to Web3, being a trailblazer going forward. So keep an eye on Frank and his project at Hip Hop, because I promise you that's going to go somewhere. It's going to be taking streaming services from Spotify, right? So Spotify is going to have to figure out, change or adopt. You know, you think Spotify, like an Amazon, it's too big to fail, but not really. If they don't catch up to what Web3 is doing, they're going to fail. So hopefully Spotify figures out how they're going to pay their artists and they do a better job about that, because they're not going to be around if they can't figure that out here soon. So why NFTs? This is actually directly from Hedera's website. So this is what's really going on. It says, with programmable NFTs integrated into music, creative control can be given back to the creators. Set your per stream rate to whatever you think is fair. Automate royalty fees to those who sample or remix your song. offer discounts or rewards to loyal fans, and much more. So as you see this Web3 coming out, you're seeing it to be more interactive with the consumers such as ourselves. They want you to interact and have rewards. Rewards are possible now through NFTs and through micropayments. That's how that's possible. And also when you think about, when we go back, it says give creative control back to the creators, set your stream rate to whatever you want. Think about music albums. Do you buy an album anymore, or do you stream a song? You probably stream a song, and you probably buy that album. If you're at the concert, you probably got a vinyl record at best, but do you really buy the album, the digital album? You probably don't, because why would you when it's on Spotify, right? So this is going to give that power back to them. It says, much more. It says a Web3 streaming platform built on Hedera is utilizing NFTs for just those reasons. By integrating NFTs and smart contract technology, Siki, I think I'm saying that right, gives artists the ability to monetize and control their music in ways that were impossible before. Tune.fm, that's another one coming up, uses a token called Jam, by the way, is another such decentralized music marketplace. Built on Hedera, aiming to return control of the artist, integrating NFT technology, offering the artist 90% of their revenue generated on their platform. So for anybody that is a music creative, hey, you know what? Post your link down below. If you are a music creative, this is something that's fascinating to you, post your link down below. Maybe people in the comments will check it out and get some streams your way. I'll definitely check it out because, again, I love music. If you have something to say, I want to hear about it. If you're passionate, I want to hear about it. So that's all I have for you on this video. Hopefully that helps you understand Hedera Hashgraph HBAR is much different than just changing money around. They are going to revolutionize the music industry as well, amongst other industries. So if you found something valuable, again, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, guys, take care of yourself. Take care of the people around you. All we have is each other. And let's be that change we want to see. I'll see you on the next one.